There's events at the Dubois County Museum that your kids will enjoy. Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. Joining me in the studio is Kathy Bachman. Kathy is the public relations person for the Dubois County Museum, and she serves on the board. Hello, Kathy. How are you?
Hey, just fine, just fine.
You've got some events coming up at the end of February, beginning of March, that are perfect for kids.
They are. And I brought me a little cheat sheet so I could remember them all. So on February 24th, we're going to open an exhibit, and it's going to run through November 1st, and it's called Toys and Dolls. And our exhibit people are bringing down vintage toys. I was looking at some of them. Rock and Sock'em Robots was never one of my favorites.
I remember it, though.
And, the little Fisher-Price telephone, the eyes would just go back and forth and stuff like that. So those things are going to be in the exhibit. And we do have so many dolls that were given to the museum that we're going to be pulling out and letting people see our doll collection. And so that's going to be the normal museum hours of 10 to 2, anytime they come in during the week, or 10 to 4 Saturday, 1 to 4 on Sunday. But for the opening of the Toys and Dolls on February 24th and on February 25th, we thought we'd do 2 days, Thursday and Friday. We are inviting mothers to come in with their young children and have a play date at the museum. You know, sometimes the weather outside is not the greatest, and here they can meet up with other mothers. And for this, we are going upstairs in our second floor and pulling down all our items that we had purchased over the years that we used for story time. So one set is like a little market at the fruit stand, and so they could play with that. Or we have some fishing poles they can fish off the boat. And so the boat and the children's area is all going to be open, but we're just going to pull down things that children can play with and just have a fun time at the museum. We're going to offer prizes, and we'll have some games and things, but mainly we invite people just to come and experience a great opportunity to just enjoy the museum and what we have to offer, see the exhibit of toys and dolls.
Kind of a way to kick off that opening or that new exhibit at the museum.
Yeah, so we have some preschool classes invited, see if they'll be able to make it for it. And, you know, it's for any ages, really, if some want to come in that are, you know, not in school that day or what's going on, you know. So we thought it would just be a great way to come in and play.
Okay. And all you need to do is show up. You don't have to have a reservation or anything like that.
No reservations for this.
And what day is that again?
This is a Thursday and Friday. February 24th and 25th, and we're open from 10 to 2 those days. So come in and have just an engaging time playing at the museum.
Bring your kids to the museum. Yeah. Sounds like a fun event.
Right. I think it will be. I hope it will be. And then on March 5th, we have a program called Where the Wild Things Are. Actually, it sounds like Morris and Deck's book, but that's okay. The Girl Scouts from the area are co-hosting with us, and they have an age limit of about 4 to 7. And they're actually going to look at the museum's wildlife room, and they're going to have different things about the features and the habitats of the animals that are in there. And we do have animals, and they got a list here, from the Arctic, the Northwest, Africa, and local wildlife. So they're going to have all kinds of crafts and games and activities. And there you do need to make a reservation by March 1st. And it's through an email with Cheryl Sermersheim. And you know what? I typed out her email. I think it's cherylsermersheim@gmail.com.
They could always call the museum and get some information that way?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is you partnering with the Girl Scouts?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and we, really appreciate that. We do have different partners with us that take advantage of offering a program at the museum and working with us to set up this program.
Okay, and what's it called again on March?
March 5th, Where the Wild Things Are.
Okay, and so you're going to be utilizing what's called the safari room?
The
Is that right?
safari room
Is
or
that where
wildlife.
it will be?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's where they're going to be. And I was chuckling the other day. I made a scavenger hunt up. And I made it a little tough. So if someone wants to come in and do it, I start out by asking a question. And they have to then go find the answer. And I was quizzing my volunteers sitting in the lobby. And I said, okay, can you answer this one? And I said, this is not from Dubois County, and it's large, and it's white, and it likes seals, and it dives in the water. And they go, oh, the polar bear. And I said, yeah, there you go, you get one right.
Well, and see, people may not realize that in that safari room, there's a polar bear. What is he, like 8 foot
10
tall?
feet.
10 feet tall.
Yeah,
Okay. And all kinds of animals that came from someone from Dubois County who went on safaris.
Right. Frank Fromey. And so when you walk in to the left is all animals from North America, and then back to the right are animals from Africa.
Yeah.
And then we have pictures of all the wildlife enthusiasts, sportsmen, and they submitted their pictures. And we do have some birds from around the world that came to us from St. Mildred College.
Okay.
And they have since closed the college, and now they just have seminary. So we have birds from around the world. And Tom Schum did an awesome mural in there of the Patoka River area and Patoka Lake. So we have animals from that area.
That is so neat. There is so much to see and do at the Dubois County Museum anytime you want to go there. But especially if you have kids, mostly preschool age around that, make sure that you go to the February 24th and 25th, which is the kickoff of your toys and dolls exhibit.
Right.
And then also on March 5th for the Where the Wild Things Are.
That's right. And it's really kind of surprising to me that people do revert back to being a kid. One day I went out there and there were some adults sitting in our schoolhouse in the little desk. So I was like, okay, yeah, I can remember sitting in those little desks.
Well, I'm sure many of these toys that are now on display I will remember from when I was a kid.
Right. And I've never seen this Barbie in there with dark hair. But that was the original Barbie. So it's, and then Cheryl also has written out a little history of some of them, like the Slinky and the Rock and Sock'em Robots. I just love that name. And some of the different Raggedy Ann and Andy and such.
All at the Dubois County Museum. Kathy, thank you for coming in. Make sure that you take part in the events that happen at the Dubois County Museum. If you can't make the events we talked about, just go in and spend some time walking through the museum. Really, we're talking, it could take you hours if you really want to stop. Or you can go through quickly, or buy a membership. You can go as often as you want.
That's right.
Kathy, thank you for being our guest.
Thanks.
Thank you for watching 18 WJTS Inform. Our guest has been Kathy Bachman with the Dubois County Museum. We appreciate you watching 18 WJTS. We are local people watching local people.